Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Sandra. I'm a healthcare professional, and today I want to just simplify some things about the macronutrients that our body needs. So what do our body need? There are three major macronutrients that we use as fuel for our body. So the first one is protein. So protein is the building block. When we consume protein, it builds our body, it repairs our body, and it helps us to grow. So protein is needed in our body. When we consume protein, it breaks down into amino acid, which some are essential amino acid and non-essential amino acid. And this is the building blocks that our body use. And then now let's talk about fat. And when I'm talking about fat, I'm referring to healthy fat. When we consume fat, it breaks down into fatty acid and glycerol. So fatty acid gives us the energy our body needs. The glycerol can be used to form glucose in our body when our body needs it. But the fatty acid is what gives us the energy that we need for our body. And then let's talk about carbs. Carbs breaks down into glucose in our body. Glucose also gives us energy. So when we look at these three macronutrients, we know that our body needs the protein because that's the building blocks. And then we have two macronutrients that can give us energy. So we have fat and then carbs. Which one is better to give us energy? So let's look at this. So when it comes to fat do not raise your insulin level at all, or it raises it very little, very little. And then when it comes to carbs really raise your insulin very high. And then carbs comes with a whole lot of trouble. It raises your blood glucose and it raises your insulin level because your blood glucose needs the hormone insulin to be able to get out of the blood into your cell. And when your insulin is being raised all the time in a higher amount, over time, your body gets tired. Over time, your insulin level keeps getting higher and you are more prone to developing metabolic diseases, or the type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and all the metabolic diseases, even stroke, dementia. It goes on and on. This happens when you are consuming a lot of carbohydrate and also a lot of sugar. So another problem when it comes to carbohydrate, when we are comparing fats to carbohydrate, as they both give us energy, is that carbohydrate also causes you to be fat. Because when you eat carbohydrate or sugar, it turns into glucose in your body. And then the cell only use a small amount of it. And we are eating a lot of carbohydrate when we are eating our meals. So the cell just uses a small amount of it, and then the rest of them, the cell converts it into fat and it stores it in your body. So you start to get belly fat, your organs, your other organs starts to get fat, and that is when you are prone to having a lot of heart disease, a lot of metabolic diseases, and that is the problem with carbs. Another issue with carbs is that it also causes you to be deficient in nutrients, minerals, and vitamins. If you're taking supplements that have vitamins and minerals in it, at the end of the day, if you're eating so much carbs, the carbs kind of compete with the site that the minerals are supposed to stick to. It tends to stick to the site that the minerals and vitamins are supposed to go in your body. So then you are eating it, but your body is not really receiving it because you're eating a lot of carbs that is causing you to be deficient in it. So when we look at the difference between the fat and the carbs, it makes sense for us to consume less carbohydrate. And all the articles that we see that fat causes diabetes and all these other metabolic disease, it is not true. It is not true. I will leave some research down for you to read for yourself, because the main cause of metabolic disease is high glucose. The main cause of diabetes is high blood glucose. And fat does not break down into glucose in your body. It is the carbs that breaks down into glucose in your body. You can do animal fat, lard, tallow. You can use those fat to cook with. Coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil. These are the healthy fats that we are talking about. And these are the ones that will not cause us problems. So I hope this was able to give you some information when we're talking about things that are making us sick. It is not the fat. It is not the protein. It is the carbohydrate. It is the carbohydrate. And so let us eat less of the carbohydrate and increase our fat and protein intake, and we will see a better result. And I have experienced this for myself, and you will feel so wonderful. So I hope this was very informative to you. Again, I'll leave some research below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, share this video to your loved ones and people that you may know, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.